Well, good evening, welcome to another Gumbo Flying Circus live stream, and I'm here having another bash with the Cessna, and what I've got is True Earth scenery from Orbx, so I thought I'd give that a look and see what that's like. And also there's some lightning and rain and things like that going on. I've got rec soft clouds now, so I'm making it look all the much a bit better and things like that. So I just need to reset my head tracking. There we go. And right, let's go for a little fly about and see what this terrain's like. I'm at Southampton Airport right now, and obviously it's the weather as it is now, but I've turned the time back a bit till this afternoon, 2 o'clock, just so we can see stuff. So yeah, let's get going. Let's just move my rudders. I still haven't done my bindings because there's a few things you got to do with that, so I need to look into it, and I'll do that over the weekend, I think. Alright, let's go. Let me just turn my volume down. I think I've got the flaps out. Looking nice in this part of the world anyway. Oh, that's my rudders. For that wind. So the scenery is no longer in default, and I've been tweaking it for get the right frame rate and visuals. Got the train bit there, I think. Hey Centurio Romano, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I just bought P3D, so I thought I'd give this another go. Now that I've bought scenery for England, south of England, so I'm just sort of flying around, having a look, see what that's like. Just flying out of Southampton in the south of the UK. Oh, you've got X-Plane. Yeah, a friend of mine uses X-Plane as well. But I was a FSX flyer for years, so I know this sim more than the others, so I thought I'd get the planes back that I used to enjoy, and do a bit of GA flying and airliners eventually. It's yeah, it was good. Once you got it tweaked and all your add-ons and everything, it was alright. I had quite a few years in that, but this looks much better. It runs better as well. Oh really? Yeah, most people buy the academic license for P3D, don't they? $60, but the planes are just ridiculous price, really. But I guess because it's niche, they have to do that. I mean, I want the 747, but it's $140. So that one's going to have to wait for a while. It's quite a lot of money. Ah, does it? Yeah, there's an A320 as well, isn't there? That's supposed to be pretty decent for X-Plane. it's because I've installed this scene, this True Earth. You can get this for X-Plane as well, I think. Oh, free mod 737-800. Oh, okay. Oh, $80. Yeah, it's like the Flight Sim Labs one for this is 140 as well. You get the A319, A318 mods, or extensions they call them. So sooner or later I'll have those. Go and do some Innsbruck flying. Oh yeah. Ah, 767. Now for FSX I used to have that. I can't remember who made it, but that used to be pretty good for the time. You know, it's not by today's standards for it by any stretch, but I can't remember who made it now. It was really good. Level D, the Level D 767. That was pretty good. I'm just going to put on the autopilot here, so it helps me look around then. What are we at? 4.5. Let's do that. And bring the throttles back. Now the E17519 for bow was really good, $55 for both. Okay, is that all study level, is it? That's me on the trim, shouldn't touch that really. Because I'm used to DCS, that's my zoom in button. I keep forgetting that I'm not in using that sim right now. I'm just going to lean. So we get the EGT right to the top. It's about there. Right, so we put this marker up there, and then we bring that in until it falls just below it. Oh no, it's going higher. Bring that back to about there, should do us. Yeah, so this scenery I've added, I've been trying to tweak it for frame rate, as obviously you add stuff and the frame rate start changing, so I'll change some of the settings. So I think I've got it quite nice. It looks quite good. Is the Isle of Wight ahead? Oh yeah, study that you like all the study level stuff. No, this is the A2A Cessna 182 that you can buy. So what I bought this, I bought P3D. I bought this is Rex Soft Clouds, which I had before and works in this as well. I also bought Active Sky. Is that all those sceneries? The one that you it's all satellite data, like massive files. I'm going to turn that way now. That's pretty cool. Ship in the water. Yeah, that's all though. Okay. 16 hours of download. Wow. That sounds massive. I must admit, actually, this scenery that I downloaded today was it was about 48 gigabyte. Took me a few hours. Yeah, so this is the English Channel. There's the Isle of Wight. Cows up this end. I'm heading towards Portsmouth, I think. Just over 1 terabyte. Wow. I'm sure like in this, if I've got everything that I wanted, it's gonna require me to get a extra SSD or an NvMe. Probably NvMe first. Let's put this on. 99% scenery. Wow, that's a hell of a lot, isn't it? I thought this was a lot of 48 gig, just for the south of England, you know. Airfield down there. Oh, hey Nuki, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I've just bought today and downloaded and installed Orbx scenery, True Earth for the south of England. So I'm just having a fly about and having a look and see what it's like. Currently over the English Channel with the Isle of Wight there. And so this area would be Gosport and then Portsmouth, I think. Thorney Island, Hayling Island. I'm just having a good look round, really. I've tried to tweak the frame rate because you've got to change the settings and stuff to... obviously I've added in Rex clouds, so you've got soft clouds now rather than those lumpy things. So it looks a bit more realistic. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for. But apparently, because of the True Earth, is everything's where it should be, near enough. And now I've got coastlines and beaches. Look. I took off from Southampton and now I'm travelling down this way. There's a pier over there by the looks of it. Yeah, would be good if they had the texture, the vector for it. Because in X-Plane, they're all curved, aren't they? They follow the contours like they do in the real world. I suppose that's the only... although it makes landing a bit easier. Alright, let's turn this way. Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah. I have tried out X-Plane a little bit, but I just like what I know, you know. Oh, what's that down there? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, look, there's the ferries. That Spinnaker Tower there, that was built for the Millennium, and they finished it about 5 years later. You know, that's HMS Warrior, old ship. You can have a look round at Portsmouth docks. It's Gumbo, that area, lots of shops and a cinema and stuff. It's a bit to do. Oh yeah, see the Navy. We've got the Navy here, and there's the. That looks like Ark Royal, doesn't it? They've got the Navy ships in. Yeah, so this is Portsmouth. That's the seafront, there's the pier. Oh, if I can get my head tracking accurate. Yeah, look, there's the pier. It's good for landmarks. I like this docks area though, that's good. This would be the A27 that runs across here. This I think is the A3. So you should have Havant around here, Waterlooville around here, Horndean up here. That goes off up to London. I think that's the A3. So this would be Thorney Island, no, Hayling Island, and let's have a look. Yep, there's the bridge. Then that goes up into Havant, and there's a pub just here called the Ship, and my grandfather's family used to own that. Yeah, Hayling Island. They've got a fun fair on Hayling, but it's not in here. It's an old one that I think shut down now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously the buildings and stuff are different, but the land looks, you can tell where you are visually, which is what it's about really, I guess. Oh, looks like the weather's closing in a bit. That's Hayling Island. Then you've got Thorney Island over here. This one, I think. That'll be Selsey. This would be the Witterings. You've got East and West Wittering here. You've got Selsey there. Chichester would be up there, which means Goodwood would just be up here somewhere on the South Downs across there. Yeah, this is Southern GB. So you've got it goes up to just past London, all across the south coast, and Wales as well. I'm not sure how high it goes up, but it's sort of like half of England, you know, just the southern half, I think. But in light aircraft, that's great. And also, when the airliners and stuff, you're either you know, you've got Stansted, London City, you've got Heathrow, Gatwick, Southampton. So that's ones I always used to fly out of. Yeah, not bad. It's only £30. So I thought, you know, after looking at the scenery yesterday, might be a good idea to come and go and get a proper scenery and have a look and see what it's like. You know, and this is pretty good. Good fish and chip shop on Hayling Island as well. One of the ones that everyone goes to. Clean that out a bit. Yeah, Yeah, I'll show you where all the good spots are for food and stuff. Oh, you just bought the F-14? Trout being a Rio, but the AI pilot is... Yeah, the AI pilot's not that great. He's just sort of... You can tell him where to go, but I haven't done it myself. I had Sabre in the back and he was my Rio. With a human Rio it's lots of fun, but yeah, if you can get in the back and try out the lantern pod, that's pretty good, but I'm not sure if you can keep swapping back and forward, get a bit much, but F-14's great. Try carrier landings. They're always fun. Yeah, so the Wittering's here, going down to Selsey. My family used to own nurseries in this sort of area. I went to high school in Chichester, I was born in Chichester. So this is my my roots, if you like, in this area. This is West Sussex, Hampshire. We're just in Hampshire, moving towards West Sussex now, and finding a load of weather. Yeah. Oh yeah, if I'm trying out the keys and everything, yeah. I mean, I'm lucky I've got the Warthog, so I've bound loads of stuff to switches and buttons and things, but it's pretty. It's a really good experience flying. It's something different, you know. Without all the FCS, it's very stick and rudder, very temperamental. Watch the angle of attack doesn't give above 15 units, otherwise it gets all bumpy and out of shape. And try a spin as well at some point, and that's an experience, a flat spin. It's really good, but it's a difficult one to get out of. Right, let's move in. I want to go over towards Chichester area. South Downs there, you can see the hills and the lovely weather over there. I always say, if you got a scenery that says it's about England and things, if you can identify where you are and see things that you're used to seeing, the landmarks, then it's a great scenery, isn't it? Especially for VFR flying. Can't go wrong, really. Oh, you got the 16,000M? Yeah, I had that one before I got the Warthog. That's a great stick. Same sensors. Yeah, it is. Oh, really? You got a few, yeah, Nuki, you got a few, haven't you, that you haven't flown yet? See, I only buy the ones I'm gonna fly, because I know that if I buy certain ones, I'll fly it for a half hour and then I'll never touch it again. So it's a bit of waste of money, but I buy the ones that I fly. I'm gonna fly a lot. Each their own, isn't it? Shifty's got everything. I'm not that fanatical. I'll keep up with P3D streams. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be doing both sims now. Just for variety for myself as well, you know. With this GA flying, just, you know, not doing it by the book as such right now. Got no ATC, not online, but I'm just enjoying looking at this new scenery I've got. See that, all fields. Good old England. So I need to turn, otherwise I'm going to head right over the top of where I want to look. So let's turn this way for a bit. And let's go to 060. Yeah, isn't it? I mean, it looked alright, the auto scene, you know, the scenery, but it wasn't really. It wasn't England. But this definitely is now. Alright, so what have we got? I think this is Chichester. It might be the hospital. There's the cathedral. So you've got the cathedral there, and you've got north, east, south and west street. That has a cross in the middle. Oh no, that's the cathedral. There it is. Right in the middle. And you've got the streets running up and across. North, east, south, west. There's Goodwood. Right, let's turn back the other way. Otherwise I'm going to be heading into tons of cloud. And there's the A27. And that round, Chichester bypass goes right round it. Yeah, this is awesome. Do the buildings look right? No. There's some in there that are actually looking like the actual buildings, you know, the landmarks and things. And the roads, like this junction here. It's the A27. Then you get on that and you head right down towards, go towards Brighton Eastbourne. There's Goodwood, that looks familiar, with the racetrack. I actually, when I was at school, I rode my bike around that for charity. Got a sponsor for so many laps. Zoom in. Yeah, so for my mind, that's St Richard's Hospital. Yeah, that's the cathedral there, and it does look like it as well. I think once this spire collapsed actually there. So yeah, there's South Street going into North Street. You've got the cross in the middle, East and West Street there. Up here you've got a car park. Oh yeah, it's there. There's the car park. If I can get there. It should be about here. So that would be the hospital coming this way from there. Then you can go up here around the city, down to this area. Where is it? You've got a college round here. That's a college there. And then up here you've got where's the roundabout? Alright, this roundabout here I think. And you've got Tesco's. If I'm looking in the right place. You've got the A27 here, comes up to a roundabout here. You can go left, and then yeah, there's Tesco there. Oh, I think that's yeah, there it is. Car park. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You can definitely tell where you are. Goodwood, of course. Goodwood looks, yeah, it looks like this. Flown out of there in a Cessna 152, I think it was. Because you go from Chichester on the A27, comes around here, goes all the way across, right down towards Portsmouth. You can come off it as you get more towards this area, Emsworth sort of way, which might be near here. That's probably Havant. Yeah, there's Hayling Bridge again. That comes in here. The A27 goes past there, and this would be Havant. Not sure what that building is. Might be a college. Well, it could be Queen at QA Hospital. No, not there. That'd be up there somewhere, the hospital. Yeah, it's I mean, you can't grumble at the accuracy, really. I mean, it's pretty good. The weather's coming in, isn't it? What's that over there? Right, nothing there. Just saw some speckles and I thought, oh, is that a light or... Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to be here right now, would you, really? Descend, descend. See if we come out of the clouds. There we go. Some wispy clouds up there. I'd like to fly into some rain actually to see the effects. Yeah. See, that's the difference. Is it? I'm surprised they don't put that in. You know, you go into bad weather and yeah, bad things happen. Rather than just get a bit out of shape and you can fly through it and stuff. Yeah, there's the A3. That goes up to London. So you've got Havant here, you've got Waterlooville here, Horndean's up here, you come up here, it goes towards a place called Liss, and on and up. Petersfield, Petersfield? Yeah, I mean these buildings are all off. Unless you live in the Tudor times, it probably looked like this. But I think there's upgrades for the buildings and things like that you can get as well for these sceneries. So about the cockpit. I think it's pretty good, but loss of visibility directly forward. Okay. Gauges and crews 2D. Yeah, they might be actually. I mean, I'm not sure how many years ago this came out, but it does look like a texture on there. Yeah, it's a texture for now. I think these are 3D. Yeah, it's definite texture. Not like we're used to in DCS, is it? Although it was designed for FSX, so I guess they did anything and everything to try and keep it relevant for that period. Let's go up towards those clouds and see if we can find some bad weather. We're not too far away. Let's go north. Yeah, so you can buy extra buildings to upgrade those. You can buy trees to make the trees better as well in these maps and things. Southampton's over that way, and the docks. Buy trees, yeah. Well, there's loads of trees in here. I don't know if you know if it would go on this map, because they look pretty accurate. You know what you're used to seeing. Although I'm not used to seeing England so green and lush, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Let me have a drink. Apparently the tech for this map, from what I've read, is that it all fits together really nicely, so you don't have odd squares and shapes and things that are just not quite there. But I fly all study level aircraft the next plane. Oh, okay, so everything is 99% accurate and detailed. I'm spoiled. I'll only buy the study level stuff for DCS, obviously, and for this. I'm not interested in anything that's not that level. Whether I study it or not is another thing, but I'll go as far as I can to enjoy it, you know. I'm going to keep building on it as I go and adding layers, and but I do like this scenery. Once you get it tweaked so that you know you get your good frame rate, it still looks pretty awesome. No, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I think the trees thing is just so that they're more accurate to the area, rather than just have the auto-gen trees. But when you're up flying, if you're an airliners, it doesn't matter. If you're doing VFR, I suppose if you want extra looks, it might be a thing that you want, but definitely live without it, I think. Might go on the global sceneries better than on these more accurate, true Earth ones, perhaps. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing with X-Plane. You get all that scenery detail for free. It's just a massive download. want to see what this weather's like up this way. When the aircraft starts bobbing about and the winds start increasing and the bit more turbulent, you know you're going towards something a bit risky. So we'll see what the aircraft does. I saw a little wobble there. But the good thing with accurate scenery, especially if you're flying VFR, is that you know you follow roads and follow landmarks, so that's pretty cool. You're teaching your girlfriend how to fly. Yeah, that's it. More panicking about this, trying not to crash than worried about what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, my partner's had a look at DCS. She's had a go in the F-18. Quite good actually. But you know, it's not really her cup of tea, but she likes to have a little go of it here and there. There's another airfield there. So it's good as well, you get all these airfields scattered about, and that might be a military base, but not too sure. If I had my map I'd know, but GPS out, but this will do. Just having a good looky. What we've got over there. Oh, just a field farm. Over this way, see what's over here. There's a lot of fields. You see the downs there. Getting up to the clouds now. See if there's any lightning, rain or anything around here. See how out of shape the aircraft gets whilst it gets closer. A bit stormy would be nice. I wonder if it does updrafts and downdrafts. I bet it does. I've got active sky, so I'm sure all that's in there. So put that to the 13 degrees. Oh, the lights are still on. Let's turn taxi and landing off. That's 120 knots at the minute. Free IFR approach charts. Yeah, if you Google them, you can always find them online. Sometimes you find all the charts for an airport. There's like loads of them you can find. So you'll have the SIDS and stars, the ILS, RNAVs, the maps of the airfields, taxiways, with all the coordinates on for them and everything. Yeah, you get all the ICAO charts, aren't they? Yeah, you can get all those for free. Just download the PDF, you know. Yeah, try and post it, and I'll allow it if it lets me. I'm not sure what setting I've got at the minute or what will happen, but send it to me in a whisper and I'll put it up. I can't do all the settings and stuff whilst I'm streaming. Let me see if I can get let's see, yeah, send it to me in a whisper and I'll stick it up. Yeah, I'll bet. Thing is, you can't guarantee their accuracy, I suppose. And don't the charts go out of date? Turn that off. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean they're great for simming. Well, there's Navigraph if you want to pay a subscription as well. Sky Vector, yeah. I just have Navigraph because you can update the air rack cycles in your airliners, you know, with it as well, which is pretty cool. Visibility's closed in a bit. Quite nice just sitting there looking at the scenery and the weather and letting the aircraft just tootle along. It's yeah, nice sightseeing pleasure tour. Power of autopilot. Absolutely. See, what's that down there? Looks interesting. What's that? Oh, it's just a bit of land. I think as well there's airstrips in here, like, you know, the ones that people have in a field, like the private airstrips. I think I'm not sure 100%, but I think they're in the Orbx scenery. I'm not, all scattered about the place if you can find them. Yeah. Oh yeah, someone sent me the link for SimBrief. Is that like real world style flight plans? getting some wisps of cloud there. How's our fuel looking? Got loads of fuel. Temperatures all and everything's all in the green. We've got about 17.5 inches on the manifold pressure. There's carburetor heat, cylinder heat even, around 300 Fahrenheit. So I should be able to lean this out a little bit more now. I'll push this up. It was about up here, wasn't it? I think I've done it a bit too much. That'll do. Push it in a bit more. Oh, we're getting a bit out of sorts. There you go, just below the max. Let's come up again. There you go, just below, going just below. Yeah, it is a nice plane to fly. Probably why they're so popular, isn't it? It's nice with the high wing as well, that you can, you know, for sightseeing. It's really good. Otherwise, you know, in the other ones you have a wing sticking out here. Got a bit of a river going on. Some nice bits of cloud there. It just seems to be a bit of, you know, a few dodgy clouds and things. Let's turn east. Let's go that way a bit. I bet if you go near London, in this scenery, your frame rate hits the floor. There's quite a lot there. I should imagine in scenery wise. Let's go this way for a bit. Oh, what's that over there? Looks like a big building or something. Oh, that power station. We've got this way. Just more. It looks like a lot of auto-gem buildings. Very lush. Like the middle of summer, this is. River with a looks like a little tree or a bush in the middle of it. Looks like a railway bridge there. Yeah, tracks, is it? Looks like it. There's a railway line there. Yeah, it's yeah, you know, a lot of England is pretty hilly, flat. Wales is good. You got the Mac loop. That would be great to have in DCS. It's, I don't know if you've heard of it, but yeah, in northern Wales you've got the Mac loop where all the military go and do their low-level flying, and it's in the valleys and it goes round in a circle the way that they do it. And you get Hawks up there, F-15s, used to get Tornadoes, C-130s, Typhoons, all sorts flying through there. It's great for spotting if you pick the right day. Hawks, a lot of Hawks, you know, trainers and things. Oh, there's an airfield, look. Might be another military one. I only say that because of these. Those stands there, look. What's that in the middle? Oh, it's really difficult with head tracking. Oh. No. Just like cars or something. Oh yeah, what's PA then? What state's that? Pennsylvania, oh, okay. Is that quite farm country then, is it? I suppose it's a little bit like Maine. Oh, Amish, oh, okay. See if I can see that. Yeah, it's cars and a fire truck. Oh, look at that, the tower. It's floating in the air. Or it's sitting on the ground. Looks like it's floating in the air though. Oh, it's more severe, is it? Shorter season. Oh, okay. So that's quite a rural area, isn't it? The only reason I'm thinking of that is because Stephen King documentaries. Rain all the time, is it? You know, we get a lot of wind, cloud, rain. It's quite windy in England. Average 20 degrees or something. There's that another river bit there. Little island in there. Kadena. Why have I heard of Kadena Air Force Base? It's famous, isn't it? Bit of an airstrip there. What do I... Kadena Air Force Base. Might have been in a movie or something. I don't know. I've heard of it. I can't think why I've heard of it or where I heard of it, but it definitely rings a bell. So what do you do in the Air Force then? What's your role? If you don't mind me asking. Oh really? Yeah, maybe I picked up on that then. Someone posted and mentioned it or something. Oh, weapons controller on an E3. Oh, okay. Well, I bet that's an interesting thing to do. That's the AWACS, isn't it? Is that the E3? Yeah, AWACS. Wow. That's pretty cool. Whenever you see those flying at air shows and thing, that dish on top looks absolutely huge. A bit more terrain there. Yeah, weather just looks like it's a bit cloudy and windy. No rain going on, unfortunately. Be nice if there was like a little storm happening. So I was looking at checking something on my other screen. So I've got my main screen here, which is just here, and I've got a second screen here. So I've got all my bits and bobs on that screen, and obviously my sim on this one. It's very peaceful, isn't it? Let's turn that off. Oh, bit of sunlight there. do our engine checks. 23-ish. All looks nice. That looks like Heathrow. Let's take a mosey. You can tell the weather's getting a bit because the performance is going down a bit. As you get closer to London, notice the performance of the sim goes down a little bit. So it's quite a chock-a-block area. Got a little strip there as well. Yeah, it doesn't like London much for performance on this. Oh, alright. There you go, let's fly south. This will be M25. Going towards Hounslow's there. Staines, is it? Sylvie Ch. Yeah. 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 No, it's performances in FPS. Densely populated with scenery, so your FPS will drop over London. Because I'm on the outskirts of it here. Heathrow Airport there. London's over here. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get in there. It's always been the way as well with Sims and that kind of stuff. The amount of RAM and things like that. Ooh, what's happening there? We're getting out of shape. Looks like a bit of you can hear the air pick up. Yeah, The wind sounds just picked up as well. It looks like we've got a tailwind. Going to join another sim group. I doubt it for a while. Kind of like just doing my own thing at the moment. And I fly with Sabre sometimes, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the future, but I've got no plans to, and I'm not thinking about that at the moment. I've done virtual airlines in the past as well. It's all good for a while, but it's making that commitment that sometimes isn't compatible. As you feel like after a while you feel like you have to rather than because you want to, and takes away the enjoyment a little bit, I suppose. At least for me anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like the VA I was in, you know. I was in British Airways Virtual years and years and years ago, and that was all right. One flight a month, you know, minimum. But it just got a bit samey as well, because I'd made my way up to senior captain and to flying the Concorde. And so I've done a lot of the 747, 777, 767, 737s, a lot of the British Airways routes, and then Concorde for a while, and that only had a few routes on it, because it didn't go many places. And that was great for a while, but I just got a bit tired of it. Oh, phone, back in 1 second. And we're back. Oh, blimey. Good thing about Cessna as well, you know, if you look away you're not going to miss much. It doesn't roar along. Yeah, so there's Heathrow, and then I suppose Gatwick's going to be round here somewhere. Yeah, laid back's nice. I like laid back. Just come and chat, put your feet up, grab a coffee, enjoy a bit of flying scenery, looking at the weather, deciding if this is something you want to get or whatever. Yeah, not in any great rush for anything. A little bit out of shape there. Well, that's nice. Bit of weather. Getting a bit turbulent, which is cool. Oh yeah, you fly all the different stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's like most things, you know. You do something for a while and then you change it up, and then do something else and you change that up again, and just keep your interest up, you know. Yeah, yeah. Your aircraft. I'm just on the phone. See, that's what these sims need, is multiplayer. They've got a little bit of it in, like the Majestic Dash 8, but these really need, you know, true multiplayer experience now, because after experiencing it with the F-14 and DCS, it's just brilliant, you know. If two of you can fly an aircraft and, you know, you've got a friend or something, it'd be pretty great, especially in the airliners, you know, the big airliners, with two of you in there. That'd be a great experience, I would have thought. But I suppose then again, a lot of people like to fly solo, don't they? So different times and stuff. So I don't know. But it would be great to have a load of multiplayer aircraft in anyway. Work as a crew. Still getting a bit windy. So performance should improve as you get away from London. The autopilot's fighting to keep the aircraft on. So you couldn't have turbulence in FSX, because when you use these aircraft under autopilot, they used to just keep turning, doing S-turns. So it looks like that's a lot better in P3D, at least for this aircraft anyway. And I've got the weather set to update every 15 minutes. And I haven't even noticed it updating. So that's pretty smooth. Temperature's remaining at 13 degrees. Yeah, we're still charging along here, so we've obviously got a tailwind, about 130 knots. Oh, that's quite alright. I mean, you know, I'm just sitting here enjoying it with you. But it's really great, you know. Get to see a lot of the new scenery, which does look much better, and I'm really pleased with that actually. And for only £30, that's pretty awesome. No, oh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Have a coffee bought in and a snack. Need some cabin crew. At some point I will update this camera, because this one's, you know, old tech and it's not the greatest, but it'll do for now. Although it's not really the most important thing, really, is it? Need a big cabin, yeah. So when I get the 747, I should have 10 in the back. And as soon as I got the money for that, I'll be getting that and doing some flights. Looks like the South Downs here now. Wonder what's over there. Yeah, there's Gatwick. The 2 runways, that one's not used, I don't think. Just that one. Need to buy some airports as well so they look realistic. Used to be able to get Gatwick and things for FS8, I don't know about P3D. UK 2000 used to do some good sceneries. So I'm not sure if they still do them or who's the best one is for these ones, but or if they're even available at the moment, I don't know. But definitely get some of those. Oh, there's another another airport down there. Swirling clouds. I'm just hitting the bottom of the layer. Still 13 degrees. Pretty constant temperature around. We've still got loads of fuel. Hardly uses any fuel, this thing, isn't it? Yeah, all the fields have changed. Looks slightly different in this area. Let's have a look. Get back down to the coast. The main light up there. Yeah, it's just a low lumen bulb, but the head tracking doesn't seem to see it. Which is pretty good. Yeah, no idea. I'm sure, I don't think I've got unlimited fuel on, because I actually topped up the tanks before I started the stream, so they were all on full. So I'm not sure about that. I mean, I should have used quite a bit of fuel by now, I would have thought, but that's my expert leaning. nice little area here outside, out of the clouds and away from the weather. Seems to have settled down a bit. Got somewhat coming up. Yeah, and prop settings and quite nice. Let's have a look at this. Right, 122. Yeah, 182 just sitting back, relaxing and enjoying itself. So coming back down towards the coast now. There's the hills. See if there's any updrafts or anything. Feel the air sounds are increasing again. So we've got another tailwind, have we? See if the nose is dipping down. I was just changing the frequencies, just having a look at the nav there. We've got 143 nautical miles on the DME. That would be north. So I'll get to the coast and we go east, I think. Let's have a look down there, see what that looks like. Change again. Hear it increasing. That's what I like as well, that feedback from the sounds. You can buy AccuFeel from air to air simulations. And that brings it all alive as well. I'm not sure if this has it as standard or you have to buy it extra, but it gives you feedback, bumps and lumps and things more than normal in a sim. start our turn. There's the main road there. These wave effects have stopped now since I added this scenery. There's a pier there, so I'm wondering if we're near Brighton now by the looks of it. Just be Worthing, then Brighton, and up towards Beachy Head up there, where we were yesterday. Oh no, there's the wave effects. They are still going. But now we've got beach and breakwaters in there. There's the pierlet. I think that's a pier. Or meant to be one. I'm not sure. Go. There's Shoreham down there, so I think we'll land. Let's take the autopilot out, start our descent, go to idle. Oh, that's the trim. We haven't set trim for ages. Let's when I move the my little trim slider there, it sort of went a bit Pete Tong. I think the runway heading is going to be around here. It's 15 degrees now. Let's try a descent. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's really awesome. That you can know exactly where you are. I mean, I just flew that without looking at a map or anything. No nav aids, and kind of knew exactly where I was. So I'm going to move this up now. We'll have the mixture coming in. Not sure on the wind direction. 17 degrees. I haven't increased the power, but you can hear it. That's kind of interesting. Keep the trim. Oh, you just got into work? You're driving into work, were you? Let's go for a long approach. Should be about 300 feet per minute or something like that. I'm thinking 50 knots, 55 knots-ish. Right, put my feet on the rudder pedals without it going mad, so I've got to keep them absolutely still. Looks nice, that approach with the this terrain the way it is. I haven't got my glasses on this evening, but I should have really. Everything looks a teeny bit blurred. Apply a bit of power now. And we're down. Oh, let's roll out a bit. We'll get these controls sorted out, I think. Oh, that wasn't bad, was it? Let's lean a little bit, just so we don't mess up the yeah, the sounds are great, aren't they? All the rattles and things like that in the cabin. Go over to this side. That's a weird sound. Yeah, because obviously Shoreham's got the tarmac runway and it's also got the grass runways. This is a bit of a weird texturing here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I know there's water there, but looks a bit odd. But you can buy Shoreham airfield from Orbx, so I might do that. Be my little base for GA flights. Yeah, flaps are up. It's quite nice sounds, that. Squeaks and things. There you go, went a bit rough there. They must have taken. They must have recorded in the real thing, you know. I know they do for the vibrations and things like that. There's some static aircraft over there. Looks a bit different to when I was here the other day. Bit better scenery now. Bit of differential braking. Need to sort out the controls to make that better, I think. There's some people there as well, look. Having a chat. Yeah, you see that, the people there. Well endowed. He's sitting there, don't know what to do with himself. Got some more guys over here, look. Faceless. Oh, he's going for a walk. It's Bono, isn't it? From U2. Right. So let's go into cheat mode and well, you can open the window. There we go, open the door. What can I see over that side? Oh yeah, look, there's some static aircraft with the covers on. Yeah, so all in all, that's pretty good. I like that scenery. It makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more realistic. But easy to find where you're going visually. Look at using landmarks and things, so it's got to be pretty accurate. And oh, I love flying this Cessna again. After all that DCS flying in military jets and bombing stuff and formations, and it's just nice to have a chill out and all the rest of it. It's Orbx scenery, ORBX, and it's the True Earth England, south of England, which is the newest one, I think. And yeah, for VFR flying, it's fantastic. Really great. I'm so pleased I got that. I've paid £30 and it's well worth the money. But you can add in airports, so you can get a Shoreham airport, so I think I'll look into that next and add on to my VFR experience at the moment. That won't be for a little while. I've got to wait until I get paid again. But yeah, I bought for P3D. It's an add-on for the scenery. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for those that came to watch. Thanks to Nuki and Citrino for the chat. Really good. And I'll be back. I might do some more of this over the weekend. Got to crack on with the A10C Warthog as well for the training I'm doing on that, but I've got to learn how to input waypoints, so that'll be some time coming. But yeah, I definitely think I'll do some more GA flying over the weekend. So look out for that. Right, thanks a lot, guys. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your flying, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.
Thank you for watching another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream. Don't forget to join the Discord channel. Like, share, follow and subscribe for regular updates, chat, screenshots and more. Your kind support is always greatly appreciated. See you next time for another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream.